Hey there, quirky people! I'm your host, Anna, and this particular video will be your action movie Bible for the whole next year. 2022 wasn't the greatest year for the movie industry, but 2023 certainly packs a solid punch. There are plenty of hardcore action movies coming in and outside the superhero genre. They will be releasing across the theaters and several streamers. But before we look at the list of all major action movie sequels, it would be amazing if you guys would hit the like and subscribe button. And do press the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Okay now, let's check out the first 15 upcoming action movies that will provide us an adrenaline rush in the first half of 2023. First up we have Plane.
Our flight has gone down. This is an emergency.
Gerard Butler is starring in yet another gripping action movie alongside Luke Cage actor Mike Colter. Butler plays a pilot named Brody Torrance, who saves his passengers from a lightning strike by making a risky landing. But the real problems begin after that, as they actually land in a war-torn island that's full of dangerous rebels who take the passengers hostage. And now it is upon Brody to save them. But for now, he has to team up with an accused murderer who is being transported by the FBI on his flight. As it turns out, this accused murderer will prove his innocence by saving the passengers alongside Brody. Then at number 2 there is Batan. Shah Rukh Khan makes a triumphant return to Indian cinema as the leading man of this action thriller by Yash Raj Films. Even though it is an Indian movie, it will have a massive worldwide appeal due to SRK. He is supposed to take on another Indian macho man, John Abraham, while Deepika Padukone will also bolster the cast. But Patan will be interesting because it is supposed to build YRF's spy universe even further after War and Salman Khan's Tiger movies. In fact, Salman Khan is also set to make a cameo in it. So with the potential of two Bollywood kings uniting, Patan is supposed to become a global phenomenon when it releases on January 25th. Next at number 3, we'll be getting Shotgun Wedding.
See, that's why you only have a plan with one step.
Amazon Prime will launch an action comedy movie starring Josh Duhamel and Jennifer Lopez. They'd play Tom and Darcy, a couple that wishes to have a destination wedding. But right as they get cold feet, their families and guests are taken hostage by a criminal gang. And now it is upon them to save their relationship and their families by performing an action-packed shotgun wedding.
Shooting your sister!
It arrives on January 27th, and on number 4 we'll get Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
What's it gonna be? AntMan.
Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, and co are returning to regroup as the shrinking heroes. While it's just Ant-Man who usually visits the quantum realm, this time every member of Team Ant-Man will do it. On their trip through the quantum realm, they'd be forced to take on the strongest Marvel villain so far, Kang the Conqueror. But along with him, they would also come across a shrunken version of Darren Cross as MCU's MODOK. At its heart, Quantumania will be a heartfelt father-daughter story as Scott Lang will try to make up for the time he missed in Cassie's life. But it will also pack a ton of sci-fi action as Kang is going to give Ant-Man the beatdown of a lifetime. Quantumania arrives on February 17th. Next at number 5 we've got Creed 3. Rocky obviously played a huge role in Creed's career, but now Creed needs to get out of his mentor's shadow. Stallone chose to exit from Creed 3 because the movie has taken a different and much darker direction than he would have liked. But the weight of his absence will be balanced by the newcomer Jonathan Majors. He will arguably prove to be the toughest rival against Creed because unlike his past opponents, this old friend of his would come for blood. Creed 3 arrives on March 3rd, and it will be followed by action movie number 6, 65. This is an exciting prospect as Sam Raimi has produced this action sci-fi horror movie. And we'll be seeing Adam Driver battle to survive against a bunch of dinosaurs. The premise of the film is simple, as Driver will be involved in interstellar travel along with many other passengers. But after hitting an asteroid out of nowhere, his ship will crash on a mysterious planet. Now the crazy part of that is, this planet turns out to be Earth itself. While traveling through space, the ship would somehow travel through time and end up on Earth millions of years ago in the Jurassic Age. Sony's attempt at a horrifying Jurassic World will hit theaters on March 10th. And it will be followed by action movie number 7, Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Ow!
The Shazam family, which is also dubbed as the family of fiascos, will be taking on a couple of original DC villains created for this film. These two goddesses are after Shazam's powers, and it will be upon Billy and his foster siblings to stop them.
Family! Guys, that was a signal!
But it's good that they will get some help from the daughter of Zeus. While Billy and co take on a dragon, Wonder Woman will also show up to kick some butts in the final act. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is set to arrive on March 17th. Then we'll get movie number 8, John Wick Chapter 4.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
You've got to be excited for the bloodshed that is headed your way. So far, Mr. Wick has literally killed over 300 people on screen in his 3 outings. And now director Chad Stahelski will make him take down another army of assassins. By the end of Parabellum, Wick was cast out and all his privileges were taken away from him. Now he is angry, and he is coming to kill everyone who wronged him. This time around, the stakes have been raised as the franchise is added in action movie maestros like Donnie Yen, Scott Adkins, Hiroyuki Sanada, and Bill Skarsgård. Lionsgate will release John Wick Chapter 4 on March 24th, and it will be followed by action movie number 9, Dungeons & Dragons. Paramount is bringing the legendary role-playing board game to life in the greatest way possible. Chris Pine plays a charming thief and teams up with Regé-Jean Page's team and Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and Furious movies. They'd go on an epic heist to retrieve a lost relic. But things could get insanely dangerous as they come across Hugh Grant's big villain and with a few fire-breathing dragons. Dungeons & Dragons hits the theaters on March 31st. Then at number 10, we expect to see Extraction 2. Chris Hemsworth impressed everyone in Extraction. It became the biggest Netflix movie when it came out back in April 2020. And now that Tyler Rake lives, we are expecting a similar release window for Extraction 2 as well. It will be another gut-wrenching action thriller where Hemsworth takes on an army on a moving train. Sam Hargrave made his directorial debut with the first one, making a successful jump from stuntman to director. And we're hoping that his Extraction 2 will be even better as Tyler Rake goes on another rescue mission. Now at number 11, we'll get to see Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3. The holiday special acted as a nice little breather before James Gunn takes the fans through his final volume of the Guardians. While Peter Quill and Nebula still seek to reunite with Gamora, who stands with the Ravagers now. This particular chapter will mostly be about Rocket Raccoon's origin history. Joined by Adam Warlock, the Guardians will take on Rocket's creator, the High Evolutionary. Get your tissues ready, because this film will be the most tear-jerky entry of the MCU. Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 arrives on May 5th. And it will be followed by movie number 12, Fast 10. The 10th installment of this long-running, high-octane franchise has been divided into 2 parts. Part 1 is set to release on May 19th, and then the finale should follow in 2024. Dom and his family will go on some more globe-trotting adventures. Charlize Theron, Jason Statham, and John Cena are expected to return. But what's exciting is that Brie Larson and Jason Momoa have joined in as well. In fact, Momoa might just turn out to be the big franchise boss villain. So I can't wait to see Vin Diesel duking it out with him while flying his car in other unimaginable situations. Next at number 13 we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is one of 2023's most anticipated films of the year. The likes of Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen are going to be back. And we'll also see the return of Peter B. Parker, who comes in with a baby now. But as Miles enters the nexus of all Spider-Men, the whole Council of Spiders will go after him. And his primary antagonist would be Spider-Man 2099. He and Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman will battle against Miles and Gwen because they think that Miles is a danger to the multiverse. Across the Spider-Verse releases on June 2nd. And then we'll get movie number 14, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Stand down! I'm not the one to fear, Prime.
After the last night, this franchise needed a fresh start, and Bumblebee provided us exactly what the Doctor ordered. We got our very first look at Cybertron. And now with Rise of the Beasts, we'll dive even deeper into the mythology of these robotic alien beings. This film takes an inspiration from the Beast Wars animated series that ran from 1996 to 2001. And we'll witness the arrival of the Maximals, who will come in to warn the Autobots about Terracons. Together, the Maximals and the Autobots will save Earth from those evil offshoots of the Decepticons. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts hits theater on June 9th. After this, we'll get movie number 15, Argyle. Matthew Vaughn has been pretty impressive with movies like X-Men First Class and Kingsman franchise. Now he's coming up with the first film of a new spy thriller trilogy called Argyle. It packs a massive cast as Henry Cavill plays the titular spy. He has got a funny look that we just have to ignore and move on. But the movie also stars Dua Lipa, John Cena, Bryce Dallas Howard, Bryan Cranston, Sam Rockwell, and Samuel L. Motherfucking Jackson. Argyle is set to arrive on Apple TV Plus sometime in 2023, but we expect it to be a summer movie. This brings Vol. 1 to an end. We'll come up with a second volume to cover the next 15 action movies. So watch out for that as well. And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.